Hi, Captain.
Welcome on board, Cornelius.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's kind. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Hi, nice to meet
nice to
you.
meet you.
Thank you very much. Ciao guys! Guess where I am today? In the beautiful scenic Sorrento. It's absolutely famous for this light and those beautiful cliffs, and I'm waiting for Sofia Loren or Gina Lollobrigida to step on board any minute. Of course I'm joking, but today I'm on board a true classic gentleman yacht that has the name out of a James Bond movie, that has the style and the Italian Dolce Vita ambience of Carlo Riva, but also the safety of the nautical modern equipment of today. I'm on board the famous Disco Volante, a true 5-cabin gentleman cruiser yacht. From the exterior looks, you might think she is just a beautiful gentleman yacht, but you might think of her more as a classic but fast Lamborghini on the water. She has a triple engine setup. She was launched in 1981 by CNL, Cantieri Navali di Lavagna, which is today Admiral Technomar by Italian Sea Group, who are, by the way, building the famous Lamborghini yachts today. So she has all the DNA of a fast performing asset. Back in the days, CNL, known today as Admiral, was very famous to build the fastest, biggest and best performing wooden hulls. Many celebrities understood that they could cruise fast without compromising on comfort. So now let's start the walkthrough tour of this Italian beauty. Just a very nice detail at the beginning here, those switches where you can control the gangway. I really love that little detail up here. And of course, modern surveillance system. And then here at the back you have this nicely swept aft section with beautiful wooden details, and all the varnish is kept in best condition by the chief engineer, who, by the way, has been on board since 17 years. So he knows all the little spots and secrets and details of the yacht in and out. It's like a living maintenance library. Here, through this door, you can step on board this, on top of this hydraulic kind of stairs that are coming out of the platform to make the arrival on the yacht by tender a very comfortable experience. And as you can see, I'm standing here on this huge platform that has kind of an inverted section here at the back, and the passerella comes out here in the middle. And then with this stainless steel protection, you can actually be sure for the tender pilot that he can arrive in safety and comfort. And isn't this backdrop absolutely amazing? I mean, this is really where you want to be to enjoy this Italian dolce far niente. So let's check out the rest of the aft section. And on top here you can see that this is a slightly curved deck. All the mooring equipment is beautifully placed with the cleats and the winches here at the aft, and then you immediately feel at home and at ease, and you can soak in every detail of this beautifully renovated style. It's really a testament to the famous Carlo Riva, with those letter details on these cushions, for example. And this yacht had 3 major refits. So one was actually in the year 2000, when the triple engines were completely new. So it has 3 Caterpillar engines with each 1,400 horsepower. And can you imagine that this gentleman yacht actually goes to a staggering top speed of 26 knots? I couldn't, and I really had to check it out myself. And the cruising speed is actually at 20 knots, which is still pretty fast for such a beautiful wooden yacht. And then the second refit has been in the year 2014, when all the inside compartments and cabins and everything have completely renewed. The floors, the paneling, everything has been completely redone. And the current owner has invested over 1.5 million in 2022, when he put new navigation equipment, new galley equipment, new laundry equipment, and also all the textiles. Everything was completely renovated and refurbished into the very last little detail. And sitting here, you can really understand this comfort and enjoy this beautiful view. And for example, this table here is on a hydraulic high-low mechanism, and really shows you this combination of technology and the art of the carpentry. So let's check out the saloon. And another noteworthy thing is that there is a modern piece of technology with this beautiful wooden but electrical sliding doors. Welcome to this beautiful saloon. Let's enter this true classic feeling again, and you can see it is actually quite modern and everything is new. And that is so true, because since 2022 the current owner has invested more than 1.5 million, as I said before, and you can see that in every detail. For example, here the wet bar has modern fridges and ice makers here, and even hidden basically with this nice decoration. The control panel is here integrated, beautiful countertops, and then here the wet bar with some drawers actually that you can pull out has been all new and installed in the last 2 years. Everything that you see is basically new: the saloon flooring, the carpets, the furnitures, the built-in sofas, and this table, also the TV behind this huge mirror, is everything new, and everything is nicely completed into the last details. The fabrics feel really generous and give you a comfortable feeling, but also feel very new. So everything is maintained in a beautiful detail. And also, speaking about beautiful details, I really like these golden kind of brushed finishes, which you can find also again on the faucets in the bathrooms. And yeah, what I have to say here is you really enjoy the beautiful view. I mean, look outside Sorrento with these beautiful cliffs and the golden hour now coming up with the sun slowly dipping into the water. It's just amazing. And I mean, to be on board such a classic yacht, but at the same time have the comfort of all this modern refitted furnitures and appliances that give you the comfort of having a very cold beer, nice air conditioning. This is really something I have to say is quite to my liking. So let's get up and continue actually on the port side. There is the corridor, and also then to the starboard side the staircase to the raised pilot house. Over here we have the day head with a beautiful porthole for lots of natural light coming in. And then if you continue, you have also on the port side the staircase to the VIP cabin and the master cabin. And of course, throughout the yacht, I want to point out you have all this artwork as a reference to this Italian Dolce Vita and the Riva lifestyle. Also the nice little model boats here, or some sceneries that really complement the feeling of this yacht. And then if you open here this hatch to the port side, you can also really enjoy the view, and you immediately stepping outside and admire into the very last detail, this woodwork, and even the fender hooks, boat hooks are made out of the same wood with the same varnishing, and it's really all about the small little details that you can admire. And also being at this place in this beautiful Sorrento, this yacht just fits here and you absolutely feel right in style. So now let's check out the galley together, and here everything is absolutely in professional condition. You have all Miele appliances, you have the big induction Miele stove and cooking field, you have the Miele dishwasher professional, the extractor hob on top. Here you have 3 big Miele fridges, so everything is really in perfect condition and just installed in the last 2 years, so you can enjoy the Mediterranean diet of course on board. And here behind the camera actually there's a staircase going down to one of the crew areas with a spacious laundry and crew mess, as you have the capacity of 5 crew members down here, because there's 2 crew cabins with 2 double beds, bunk beds, and then you have 1 captain's cabin, and aft near the engine room and workshop you have another crew cabin. So in total this yacht can have up to 7 crew. So now coming out of the galley, let's check out the forward dining saloon. And wow, again, absolutely stunning area on this yacht. I mean, look how beautifully decorated it is with those absolute stylish images. And then going around the table, you notice that it's actually quite large, comfortably sitting up to 10 guests, which on other yachts sometimes it could be quite snugly, you could say. Modern sound system, everything refurbished, lots of storage down here, also very practical. All around the sides is full of storage. You have also portholes that you can open for letting in the natural light, which is for me also quite important on such a yacht. And all this classic design has been beautifully renovated into the last detail. Now let's go down and check out the forward guest cabins. So coming through this forward staircase, there's actually 3 guest cabins located forward. On the starboard side we have this little guest cabin with twin bed, and again here in the cabins you see everything is newly renovated. The fabrics, the furnitures, there's some practical storage underneath the beds. Even here is storage besides in these panels, so everything has been really well arranged, and every little space is used for storage, which, as you know, you can never have enough on a yacht. So even here is a wardrobe, beautiful details also in the ensuite toilet and bathroom. These little faucets, I think the tabs are with this brushed gold optic, and then again fresh light through the portholes. And the shower is actually very nicely decorated with this brown and golden mosaic stones. It might seem a little bit small, but actually I'm 1.88 m, so I'm quite tall. I have I can reach all the important places and get a comfortable shower, so it's actually quite all right. Now let's go check out the other guest cabins. Let's close this door, and you realize how much love goes into all these details. Also in these doors, all these details, I think it's called pelage or something, so actually beautiful details. Again, all the bedside lamps, everything completely new. This is on the port side, one of the bigger cabins, and here you have an actual kind of semi walk-in wardrobe. Again, here some drawers underneath, and then behind you have more storage in the bedside table, and this little beautiful lamps. Like, look how this details with these switches. I really love it. It's so refined and gives you a very cozy and stylish feeling. Then forward in the bow we have this twin cabin. You're passing on the starboard side the ensuite shower and toilet. Then this, I think, could be the kids cabin. The beds are actually 1.98 m long, so they look smaller, but they're actually quite long. So even your teenage kids could probably sleep here. And then again, decoration. I wonder, yes, absolutely, there's some more storage behind here. So you see everything has been nicely used and optimized. So then also behind here, of course, more storage, which actually goes quite deep. So you see how much space there is for the wall of the hull. And then behind you there is the ensuite shower and bathroom. Then we can turn around here and there's basically another shower. So that's how everything is laid out, quite clean and nicely. Now, coming out of the forward dining area, we want to check out the master and VIP guest area, and you access this by the staircase here on the port side that leads you down to this little corridor, and then we're immediately inside the VIP cabin, which goes over the full beam of the yacht. And of course here again everything is nicely decorated, lots of storage, natural light coming in and fresh air through the openable portholes. These drawers and lockers, everything is well arranged. You have a touch screen multimedia system to manage portable speakers. So this is really Disco Volante, which is the flying disco basically. Has really good sound system to offer. Lots of storage underneath the bed, which has been also completely renewed in the last 2 years. New panels, everything, new decoration, new lamps, new surfaces, everything in perfect condition. And then if we continue through here, in the ensuite shower and bathroom. You see that this time the shower is actually more generous. It nearly holds offers space for 2 people, and the ceiling height is around 2 meters, as I'm 1.88 meters. So that's really comfortable, I would say. Very nice VIP cabin. Of course, the bathroom, everything is nice and in order. Good storage, really well done. Now let's check out the owner's cabin. But before we go there, there's actually this little cabinet that is nicely located to hold all the towels and more storage. I think that's quite important. Well done. And then we are in the owner's cabin. Massive TV also on the wall. Everything renewed, storage under the bed, everything as in the other cabins, but just much more generous, obviously. And then here you have all your cabinets, natural light and fresh air coming in. And then here we have the ensuite shower and the bathroom. And if you step in here, you see that it is definitely more generous. And if we turn around ourselves here, then you can see that the shower actually is even more generous. And here you could definitely fit 2 people, as it goes really the full length down. So quite well done. So let's check out also the walk-in wardrobe, which is over here. And I think that's quite well arranged, actually, with this cabinet full of drawers here. Then you have your fridge to also have a refreshing drink during the night. So all in all, I would say this master cabin is really nicely laid out, and it absolutely feels high quality. Now, walking up the staircase to the raised pilot house, you realize that this is a very generous workplace for the captain and crew. Here you have absolutely everything you need, and it's top modern nautical equipment with this chart plotters run on time zero, which is a state-of-the-art navigation system. You have the camera set up nicely, you have the Rexrod engine levels and control, modern Simrad autopilot, you have the Simrad multifunction display, the Furuno wind angle indicator, this is the rudder indicator, Caterpillar, gorgeous. I absolutely love those super solid design of this gorgeous. And then obviously the steering wheel centrally organized, and you have also a hydraulic fin stabilization system. That is not a 0 speed, so it's just stabilizing the boat underway, but there is space to actually install a gyro stabilization system if you would also require stabilization at anchor. Everything is super nicely laid out, and has the details of the classic yachtsmanship, and the switch panel is also nicely arranged in the back here. The sofa, there's really a lot of space to work here on this helm station. Coming out of the raised pilot house, of course, we come onto the flybridge, and this is just wow. I mean, look at the level of detail. I mean, everything here is true Carlo Riva style. I mean, look at the colors, at the lines outside here. The table absolutely laid out nicely with all these little details like the table cards and the butter knife, and beautiful classic setup. And that's where you see that the current owner is actually in the gastronomy and hotelry business. So really everything is nicely designed into the last details. And the chairs and this sun umbrellas are really tasty in all the details, and all this is handmade with a testament to this famous Carlo Riva style. And they're very sturdy. We actually came here cruising with all of this open, so nothing had to be taken down. That was remarkable in my opinion. And then obviously those sun lounges also, they're so comfortable. You can just sit here and soak in the sun and this Italian style while watching over the cliffs of Sorrento, how the water breaks there. I actually just want to sit here and not even get up. So the camera man can actually show you the boats, but okay, let's continue. Yeah, I really have to say I love it. I mean, you see that all this is handcrafted and with so much love to the detail. And as we said before, this technical engineer knows every little spot and of course keeps the varnish in top condition. Also, what you notice is, because there's all these big subwoofers and speakers, it really makes its name all honor, because it's called Disco Volante, so flying discotheque basically. So you have the space here on the flybridge to throw an amazing party, and to that nobody needs to leave the boat thirsty. You have also on the flybridge those fridges, and then coming around you see this bench nicely integrated into the hardtop. Also, this hardtop actually is very sturdy. Everything is very solid. So, well, they knew how to build boats back then, one could say. And then here's also this kind of semi-raised pilot area on the helm, on the flybridge, with this helm station here. You have the 3 engine levers to control those 3 beasts in the engine room. And then everything is nicely laid out, and also with the top modern day plotter. And then behind this little window you have all the instruments you need. And then obviously for the sun lovers amongst us, you have this beautiful sunbathing area protected by this plexiglass windscreen. And then for the internet's connectivity, to share all this beautifulness, of course, on the social media, because you don't want to go unseen, I guess. You have the Starlink and also the 4G repeaters to when you're close to the shore for your connectivity. And from here you see also to the front deck, where we're going to go next, because that's a little surprise down there. So let's check it out. So now we're at the front deck, and of course very important is the storage here. It goes all the way through, and you can really see that it's well organized and even accessible from this top locker here. It's also kept in very clean and tidy condition. And then here you also admire these little wooden details and the railing, and of course you have also you can put some bars here to protect this with a bimini. And then that was the little secret I was talking about. It's the front deck alfresco dining table that you can set up when the tender is launched into the water with this crane. So when you're at anchor, the tender that gets stored here on the way will get launched into the water with this crane, and then you have a spacious area. And from here also you can absolutely admire the beautiful line and those details of this classic yacht. And I mean, even when you look here from the side, I mean, it's just stunning, the line and how it flows, and these little details with the vents, how they go inside. I really love it. And then you see how generous this is here on the front deck. Another nice little detail is this sofa triangle on the front that is perfectly made for your sundowner. I mean, imagining here with a glass of champagne, cold beer, or your favorite drink, it's really beautiful. And then another important detail are those anchor winches, which are still original but super well maintained. I mean, look at how beautiful they are, and also a testament to the seafarers' craftsmanship. So, well, I mean, La Dolce Vita, I would say, is the perfect term for this lifestyle, isn't it? So let's check out the access through this hatch, which leads to the workshop and the engineer's cabin with 2 beds, and of course the engine room. So let's check it out. So we just come down through this hatch, and you see there's a fully equipped workshop, even with some natural light and fresh air. I think that's actually quite a good space for an engineer, and he can really have all his tools laid out here. Behind me is basically the laundry department, where you have the 2 washing machines. Let me actually switch the light on here quickly. So you have 3 washing machines and dryer, very spacious, and I think that's a very good workplace too. Then here's the engineer's cabin with 2 beds, so you could have a total of 7 crew. And then we just entered basically backwards into the engine room, And look how clean and tidy it is here. And if the camera positions over here, we actually see the overview of these 3 engines, and you can see how much space you have. Everything is nicely accessible. And so what we have the 2 Kohler generators over here, and then there we have the, if you come a bit closer, you see this stainless steel setup is the 2 water makers. Then here is another access on the starboard side deck to the engine room, and then here are those Caterpillars with 1,400 horsepower each. And then you have over here you have the fuel polishing filters, so that separates the fuel from any dirt and water. And then moving through here, you see that everything is nicely accessible. It seems to be all in very good condition. Look at how new the exhaust system is, how well it's maintained. So you have the confidence of having a very perfectly running yacht. So for me, this engine room is top. So here we are at the end of this video, and I guess you can see that this yacht quite entered my heart. I really like it, and I mean, come on, it's so stylish, and in this beautiful location, I think there's no better location for this yacht to drop the anchor with this backdrop in Sorrento. So I absolutely love it, and the owner renovated and refitted it with a very good eye for the detail. He was investing at least $1.5 million the last 2 years, and I think it's a perfect timing to take her out for a new adventure, because the owner wants to move on. And I think this is also thanks to Orietta, who's the manager here, that organized all these refits, all the subcontractors that went on board and actually made a very good job with all the new equipment, with everything that she has to offer. I mean, 3 engines, cruising speed over 20 knots and the top speed about 26 knots. So I think this is an amazing opportunity, an amazing yacht that is looking now for a new owner. So if you're interested, please contact me, don't hesitate. It's easy to reach Napoli, and we can have a tour together, because you really need to see that in person. So thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, leave a comment, so we can do more walkthrough videos for you. Thank you again. We speak yachting. Let's talk.